when the entire wedding hall laughed at me, including the bride who once called me her sister, something inside me broke. And that's the moment I picked up my coat and walked out of her life forever. My name is Elena Carter, and until a few months ago, I believed I understood what friendship meant. I believed loyalty mattered. I believed effort mattered. I believed love mattered. But what I didn't understand was that some people love you only when you're convenient, only when you fit their image, only when you can give them something they want. This story is about the day I lost a best friend, the day I discovered how cruel people can be when they think you cannot give them enough, and the day I learned the power of walking away. This is the story of my best friend's wedding, and the gift that ended everything. I met Julia when we were both in 7th grade. She was loud, bright, dramatic like a firework exploding in the middle of a quiet classroom. I was the quiet kid, the kind who reads books at lunch. But she walked right up to me one day, put her tray next to mine, and said, "Hi, you look lonely. Let's be friends." I like quiet people. They make me feel important. It felt rude, but somehow it also felt honest. We became inseparable after that. For years she would jokingly say, "You're the calm, I'm the chaos. That's why we work." And I believed her. She was with me when I lost my mom at 18. I was with her when she went through 3 heartbreaks. She stayed at my house like it was her second home. I helped her study during finals. She held me when I cried after college rejection. There was no me without her. At least that's what I thought Dot when she called me one evening, screaming, "I'm engaged." I ran across the street to see her. Her fiancé Michael was nice, but something about him always felt like a cheap perfume trying too hard to smell expensive. He was flashy, always showing off, always talking about money, always making sure people knew he didn't settle. But I ignored the red flags because Julia was happy, or maybe she just wanted to be. Then came the planning. When I asked what she wanted at her wedding, she said, "Elena, I want everything expensive. I want this to look like a millionaire wedding." Michael says people judge you by how grand your wedding is. That sentence bothered me. She used to be the kind of girl who laughed at pretentious people. Now she was quoting them, but again, I stayed quiet because that's what I always did. Month before the wedding, I lost my job. My company shut down. I had savings, but not much. I was scared. Rent, bills, groceries, everything felt heavier on my shoulders, but I still wanted to do something special for her. Not expensive, not showy, but meaningful. Something that represented 15 years of friendship. So I decided on something personal. Something she once told me was her dream wedding gift back when we were in high school. A handmade frame filled with our pictures from 7th grade to adulthood, movie tickets from the films we watched together. A pressed flower from the field trip where we first talked about love. The bracelet she made for me in college. Handwritten letter about everything she meant to me. Spent one entire week on that gift. I sanded the frame, stained it, polished it, glued every memory perfectly. I cried making it, remembering everything we'd been through. It was the most meaningful gift I ever created for anyone. When I held the finished frame, I whispered, "She's gonna love this." I didn't know then. I was about to be humiliated for it. The wedding venue was beautiful. White roses, gold decor, chandeliers bigger than my apartment. Guests were dressed in luxury clothes. People smiling, holding champagne glasses, taking pictures. I felt underdressed. I felt out of place. But when I saw Julia in her bridal gown, I felt everything was worth it. She hugged me tightly. "You made it," she whispered. That moment, that hug, I felt like the old Julia was still there. But then she was pulled away by a photographer, and I didn't see her again for hours. After the ceremony, the host announced, "Now it's time for the couple to receive their gifts." Couples laughed, clapped, cheered. I held my frame nervously. Each person went up, giving expensive gifts: a Gucci watch, a MacBook, a luxury luggage set, a diamond bracelet. When my turn came, I felt every eye in that room burn into me. I walked up, handed the frame to the MC so he could pass it to Julia. He looked at it and laughed out loud. "Oh, what is this?" A school art project? The hall laughed out, my cheeks burned, but I tried to smile. The MC continued. Ladies and gentlemen, we have here the cheapest gift of the evening. Laughter again. My throat closed. I couldn't breathe. My fingers shook. He turned to the audience and shouted, "Someone tell me, should we hang it in the kids' room or the bathroom?" The room exploded with laughter. People clapped. Some whistled. Someone yelled, "Dollar store vibes." And in that sea of cruelty, I looked at my best friend, at Julia. She wasn't defending me. She wasn't stopping them. She was laughing. Covering her mouth, laughing like it was a comedy show. Like I wasn't the person who held her when she cried over failing a class. The one who supported her during every breakup. The one who gave her a home when her parents fought. She laughed at me, at the gift. I poured my heart into at me, something inside me snapped. It was sudden, sharp, cold, like a rubber band stretched for years. Finally breaking, I walked toward the stage. Everyone watched, expecting me to laugh along, but I didn't. I looked at the MC and said, "Thanks for showing everyone exactly who you are." Then I looked at the crowd. I didn't bring a gift to compete with your price tags. I brought something from the heart, something with memories money can't buy. Then I turned to Julia. Her smile froze. "It was supposed to remind you that our friendship meant something," I said. But clearly, it meant something only to me. And then I walked. Not fast. Not ashamed. Just done. People whispered. Some gasped. Some laughed even harder. But I didn't look back. Not once. My phone started blowing up. Text. Calls. VOICEMAILs. First it was Julia's bridesmaids. "Oh my God, you embarrassed the bride. Grow up. It was just a joke. Why are you so sensitive?" Then her mother, "You ruined my daughter's wedding moment." Then, at midnight, a message from Julia herself. "You overreacted. The joke wasn't even that serious. You're making this about you. If you cared about me, you would apologize." I stared at that message for a long time. I typed a reply. "No, if you cared about me, you would have protected me." Before pressing send, I deleted it. Silence speaks louder. I blocked her. For the next few weeks, I cried. Not because of the humiliation, but because I realized I had lost her long before the wedding. She changed. Her new life, new people, new priorities. She didn't want me unless I fit that world. The Julia who once called me her sister was gone, but something beautiful happened too. My coworkers checked on me. My neighbor brought me food. An old college friend said, "Elena, you always give your heart to the wrong people. Try giving it to yourself for once." I started rebuilding. I got a new job, a better one. I moved apartments. I started painting again. I started taking care of myself. I realized something painful but powerful. Sometimes the people you'd fight for are the same people who'd never even defend you. Walking out of that wedding was the first time I walked toward myself. 3 months later, I got a message from an unknown number. It was a picture of my gift. The frame. Broken. And the trash. And the caption said, "This is where cheap belongs." It was Julia. I didn't reply. Didn't get angry. Didn't cry. I smiled. Because now I knew I made the right choice. Some people don't deserve your effort. Some friendships expire. Some endings are the beginning of self-respect. I walked out of her wedding. But more importantly, I walked into a better life. If you want more true life emotional stories like this, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you want the extended raw version of this story, the full narration is now uploaded on my channel. Go watch it. It's worth it.